Yes, I am wearing a gray shirt for the first time in months. There's nothing wrong with your vision. It's just laundry day. That's all. Let's go. So good to be seen, and it's even better to see you. What's going on? Welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing well and staying safe. If you're new here and you're now stumbling across this channel, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Francis. I happen to be a vegan activist and entrepreneur, and I share my life one video at a time. So if you like anything that you're about to see, feel free to hit that subscribe button and make sure to hit the bell so that you don't miss a single one of my videos. As fate would have it, today is Monday, and the famous Meat-Free Mondays is in full effect as of today. Hopefully, I can get this video out to you today, so it actually makes sense to post today. So before we dive too deep into this video, I first want to sort of preface as to why I'm making a video. And I should say, and I want to go on the record as saying that I am a huge proponent of Meat-Free Mondays. I think that is a wonderful beginning to what can possibly be a great journey into veganism. So if you are doing Meat-Free Mondays for the first time ever, I'd like to extend the courtesy of congratulating you. I think you're definitely piquing the interest into something that can potentially change your life. So kudos to you if you're watching this video and you just happen to stumble across it because of vegan curiosity, if you want to call it that. The reason I wanted to make today's video is because I sort of have a bone to pick. I'm not a new vegan. I have been a vegan for a little over 4 years now, activist full-time for about 2 of those. And when I initially stumbled across this community, and by community I specifically mean the activist community, I saw Meat-Free Mondays as a gateway to what, again, I went on record as saying could potentially be the rabbit hole that is, in fact, veganism for a lot of people that are entertaining the idea of Meatless Mondays. So again, if you're actually doing this today, I congratulate you. I think you're wonderful in your true nature for even considering and incentivizing yourself to do it. I have, however, developed my own style, my own brand of activism, and the reason why I say I have a bone to pick is because I now see Meatless Mondays as a crutch. I don't see that as a stepping stone. I see it along the lines, and I equate it to being a vegetarian. Now, why am I saying this? It's because I think that the vegetarian community thinks that they are doing enough, thinks that they are already on our side. And if I'm being honest, I don't think that being a vegetarian is any longer a stepping stone. I think it is a step in the right direction. I think that people who go vegetarian and who try Meatless Mondays are definitely people that are open to the possibility of becoming a vegan. I believe that it is an indicative of something that can potentially yield very good results for that person as to the percentage or the deep dive into veganism. Now, one thing I want to mention, and again, I know a lot of people that are gonna, give me shit in the comments and might actually have a couple of negative things to say about this, but I've noticed that Meatless Mondays usually comes from people, and it is suggested by people that are not self-identified as vegan, if you will. They're more along the lines of what you would call a plant-based person. And I want to, salvage this by saying that there's a huge difference between being vegan and being plant-based. I think that if you're a vegan, you have the animals at the forefront of the cause for being vegan, as opposed to being plant-based, which is more, to me at least, this is a personal opinion, of course, more along the lines of being health conscious and being climate activist aware. I think that's what I'm going to call it. But if there's anything that I could take away from this, making this difference, is because most of the time, people who incentivize you to go meatless on Mondays are usually in the medical field, and they have health at the forefront of what it actually means to be vegan. And so I wanted to make that disclaimer as the basis for how I'm thinking the way I'm thinking and why I'm making this video. Now, here's where I have the issue with using Meatless Mondays to justify not going vegan in its entirety. Most of you guys know me, and you know my style and brand of activism, and I like to approach activism from a psychological perspective. So if you were to justify Meatless Mondays as a transitional phase, or as any reason as to why you can't adopt the veganism full-time immediately, well, allow me to ask you the following set of questions. Would you use the excuse of child abuse as a reason to refrain from doing it altogether? In other words, would you be okay with a pedophile saying that they are not going to abuse children on Sundays and they will refrain from doing that for 24 hours? Would you be okay with that? I'm going to go out on a limb and say you wouldn't, because you would rather have nobody abuse any children whatsoever. Conversely, I don't think that you would be in favor of a serial rapist saying, you know what, it's Friday night, I'm just going to kick back and relax and have a drink by the bar with my buddies instead of raping women today, right? You would like for a child molester or a serial rapist to end up doing both of those things all together, completely, cold turkey. Am I right? I think that you and I both know where I'm going with this. And so I'm all in favor of Meatless Mondays. I think that is a great marketing scheme, but at the end of the day, I think that's where I draw the line. It's nothing more than just a marketing and advertising for veganism, which at the end of the day is always going to be a great thing. And so I draw the line at what it is. I see it for what it is. It is a marketing crutch. It is an advertising scheme for those people who have been on the fence as far as trying veganism. Now, I don't want you to have these words fall on deaf ears. I don't want you to completely miss the point of what I'm trying to make. I don't want to catch shit in the comments or anything like that because you feel as though I'm taking a crap on Meatless Mondays. I'm not. I want to go on record again as saying I am all for it. If that is the gateway through which you want to enter into a vegan world, then hey, by all means, I am all for it. Ask me any questions. I will be more than happy to answer them. But from a vegan activist standpoint, from a psychological perspective, I want you to realize that when it comes to any other injustice, I do not think that you would like for people to dwindle or wind down from the injustice they are causing. And so I want you to take that for what it is, right? I want you to be open-minded about what I'm actually telling you. Again, you don't want a child rapist to stop raping kids on Sundays. You don't want a serial murderer to stop killing people only on Thursdays. You want them to do it all together. And so I think that the basis for this video, I think you are comprehending. I'm hoping that you are. If not, feel free to ask me any questions in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer them for you. So that is the bone I have to pick. If you choose to see this Meatless Mondays movement from a health perspective or an environmental perspective, hey, by all means. I mean, going vegan encompasses a lot of things that we are doing as humans to the planet and to our health. And I'm all for that. But at the end of the day, being vegan is about causing the least amount of harm and having the animals, our fellow earthlings, at the forefront of the argument. And so, again, if you are all about Meatless Mondays for health and environmental reasons, that's fine. That's okay. I'm not judging you. But if you really want to encompass what it means to be vegan, what it means to be a member of this community wholeheartedly, then please consider not just Meatless Mondays, but being vegan altogether. That's it, guys. That's where I'm going to leave it. I hope these words resonated with you and they planted a seed in your brain and getting you to think about Meatless Mondays and just how far down this rabbit hole you could actually go. Let me know if you're doing Meatless Mondays. I'd love to hear from you. If you got something out of this video or you feel the need to share with anybody in or out this community, please do so. I highly encourage that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Shh.